Oh, it looks cold.
It is. I'm not used to this.
Oh my gosh.
And windy. It's like we're having wind gusts up to like 50 mile an hour.
That is what, so I was talking to my friend this morning in Ohio. He's also a honey badger. And
Okay.
he said that he's in Cleveland. He said, we've only had an inch of snow. It's not been bad. He said, but it is brutal cold and it is really windy. So this storm seems to be wind at this stage anyway.
Yeah.
So rather than a regular thing, I just want to know, like, what do you guys do? What are you doing for Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas, Christmas Eve? What kind of things are you doing? What is it? Do you guys open presents in the morning? Do you do them at night? Do you guys do presents one around? Or is it a fest where everyone throws everything? Like, what do you do? I just want to know what you guys do.
So I co-parent, well, besides my ex-husband, there's another family that was a foster family that was the reason we've integrated our families. So literally my kids can go over her house unannounced. Her kids can come to my house unannounced, both bio and like all of them.
Okay.
So on Christmas Day, we go over her house. She has presents for everybody. And we have pizza.
You have pizza?
We have Christmas pizza.
Okay, hang on. Do you guys buy it ahead of time? Is somebody delivering? Like, how does this work?
So we buy it ahead of time, and the adults put goat cheese on there. Come here, Shishang.
Oh, yum.
No. And I put these fun slippers on them.
Oh, those are great. Those are awesome.
He had a circumcision yesterday, so.
Yep.
So we have Christmas pizza.
Mm-hmm.
We open all the gifts. She has stockings and gifts, and her stockings are like this. Like, really? What? You want cereal? All right. And that's what we do.
I love that. That is so sweet. We used to, when I was a kid growing up, all the women got together, and I was really raised, so all my aunts and my mom and my grandma and great grandmother, and I was really raised more with them because I'm the oldest girl, and I was the eldest of the eldest of the eldest of the eldest, going back at least 4 generations, maybe more. And then underneath me, there's a space of time, and then all the boys were born. And so the boys were really like the kids, and I was really raised more with the aunts and the grandma. And what we would do, once I was about 13, I think I was included in on this or something like that, we would, everybody would take, whenever they bought presents, they would storm at one person's house. Maybe it was at Char's house. And then on Christmas Eve, all the women would get together and they would go over and we'd have a big, huge Christmas wrapping party. And we would drink and laugh and wrap presents, and the pile of presents would be huge. So when I was a kid, a little kid, and still, you know, as an older kid, there were never presents underneath the tree until Christmas morning. So the tree was just bare until Christmas morning when you woke up, and then it was filled because Santa came. So that was one tradition that I loved that one. We did that. And then Christmas morning was jammy. It was always a jammy thing. It was very chill, got up, you know, and when we were little kids, just sort of did the shred thing. Now as adults though, and when even now, we changed that in our family where we have the littlest kid as Santa because it's easy for them to get underneath the tree and get everything out. and distribute the presents, and then we open them all one at a time. So it can take a long time to open up Christmas presents, which I really love. It's coffee and chill and jammies, and you get a lot of time to look at what everybody got from everybody and all that kind of stuff. This year, because my granddaughter is probably going to get the bulk, well, I know she's getting the bulk of presents because I bought them. I'll probably have to open one and then somebody else and then her and then somebody else and her and somebody else and go back and forth like that until we get through the huge pile of stuff. But that's our Christmas. We used to do strawberry waffles when I was younger. I'm not going to do it this year. It's too, between getting her and bringing her back and then having to take her, there's not enough time. You know what I mean? It's just too much food that way. So we're doing strawberry waffles on New Year's Day, but I'm doing what's called Waffle Love. Have you guys ever heard of Waffle Love? Waffle Love is a place in LA. It's the best waffles you'll ever eat. It's not dough or it's not batter. It's dough. It's a yeast dough that has sugar pearls and stuff in it, and they're amazing. So I found a copycat recipe for Waffle Love. It's literally yeast, fries, and
So
all
it's
that.
like a donut.
It's more, yeah, it's almost a donut consistency. My husband's over here going, no, no. It has a crunchy crust. They're so good. They really are. So look up Waffle Love, Kathy, because I know you're a baker also. So, and you got to get sugar pearls. So it's super good. And you don't really put syrup on them. You can do strawberries or you can do like cookie butter, speculoos, that kind of thing. Which if you've never had cookie butter, Craig, do you know what cookie butter is?
I don't.
So do you know what speculoos, cookie butter? What kind of cookies are those that they chop apart for speculoos? Honey? It's not a ginger snap. Cookie butter is literally like peanut butter is made from peanuts. Cookie butter is made from cookies.
Oh, okay.
You have cookie butter, your eyes roll back in your head and you will not. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so
I
that,
don't need those. I don't need those.
oh my. You know,
It's happy food, Craig. It's happy
Yeah.
food.
I can tell.
It's like a ginger snap made into peanut butter. It's ginger, allspice, cinnamon, and clove, and cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's just to die for. It's super good. So you put a little tiny bit of that on top, and then that's your waffle.
What's it called? Cookie butter?
Cookie butter or speculoos. I don't know how you spell speculoos. It's like a Danish word or something. So once in a while, some Costco's carry it. It's we bought it. My mother-in-law was like, "Why'd you buy that? I've never done it. I don't." I'm like, "Just try this." She's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "That's why I bought it."
I found it. Speculoos cookie
Yep.
butter.
Yep, that's it. It's so good. Some have caramel, cardamom. Okay, so but it's not like spicy. It's real mild. It's super. It's not spicy. It just is. It's just very flavorful. All right. So Craig and Kathy, what do you guys do?
See my hat? That's about it. Go, Craig.
I was just gonna say we don't really have a tradition, you know. When my son was smaller, he would try to stay up all night, and and then he would finally fall asleep, and we would put his gifts out. The ones that weren't under the tree, we would put them out, and then he would wake up early and open the gifts. I usually cook breakfast.
What's for breakfast?
Whatever's at the time, nothing specific, nothing special. Okay. I'm just the cook. I'm the chef in the house, so I'm the one that cooks.
He does the meat, and I do the not meat stuff.
Yeah, I do the cooking, and my wife does the eating.
This is fair.
So now my son, he just took his first semester of culinary in high school. So yeah, so he likes to cook too.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he cooks some dishes at home. So he likes to cook dinner from time to time.
I love that.
Yeah, but other than that, we'll probably, we usually go to my parents' house or something like that. But neither, it's usually not anything that's that we normally just do.
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
my son would always like to be at home to play with his toys.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. I liked Christmas
yeah,
at home too. I do.
so
Yeah.
and then my wife has to go back to work the next day. So um,
Oh,
yeah, she's retail. So
oh.
yeah.
My favorite day in the whole entire world is the day after Christmas, because so we take when people give you like zucchini bread or banana bread, well, they used to do it a lot right around
Hmm.
Christmas. You always got these loaves of bread. So the day after Christmas, or when it looks like, okay, we only got a day or two left on this bread before it goes bad, we would slice it really thick and we make French toast out of it. And that is what we
Idea.
do. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So we would do that. I love that day specifically because the house is clean, the kids have gifts. It's cold, nobody wants to go outside or do anything. You don't have to cook. It's just a completely chill day. And the kids were always entertained. There was like no fighting or anything like that. And it's my very favorite. If I had to choose between the day before Christmas with the anticipation and the day after, I would take the day after Christmas all day long.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. But you know, it's so different with a big family than it is with a smaller family. It's
Mhm.
just totally different. And,
Yeah.
you know, so I only had one daughter
Mhm.
and she only had one son.
Mhm.
And and right now it's, she's here. I don't know if she will be.
Mhm.
Because she's even more on edge about my grandson. And whenever he does call, whether it's this weekend or next 2-3 months from now, and says, okay, I'm out, come get me,
Mhm.
she's gone. So you know everything's on edge, has been on edge, continues to be on edge.
Well, yeah, you're
And
living in a limbo,
yeah,
and that's
no,
not fun at all.
mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
no. And
Mm.
he's got a knee injury that, from what we've researched, is totally um fixable. He's going to have surgery, but it's fixable.
Right.
And he doesn't want to have it done there in the base, whether they're going to let him not have it done, whether he's going to have insurance, whether all kinds of crap. Everything's up, and what's
Mhm.
going to happen and where he's going to go and what he's going to do, because he wasn't happy before. He's not going to be happy now. He's going to be even less happy, you
Right.
know. But
What branch is he in, Catherine?
he's down at Paris Island.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's a Marine.
Yep.
Um,
Jarhead.
yeah, well, right now I feel like he's a jarhead. Why did he go there? Jeez.
I hear you.
He's a bright kid. And I mean, he really is a very bright kid. And to pick that branch is just incredible to me still, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, I would have thought that he would have picked the Air Force or the Navy instead of something like that. The good side is that he picked cyber, so he was going to go into
Okay.
security and that kind of, and intelligence and that sort of thing. But what's cool, and I didn't know, and just found out probably in this last week, we have another branch of the military, and I didn't know that. You know what it is?
Hang
The
on, hang on.
space
Oh.
one?
Yeah.
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 There-
Space
Homeland?
Force.
Space
Space Force. It's
Oh,
like it's its own branch of the military. It's the
Yeah.
fourth.
It was created 3 years ago, and I
Yeah,
didn't
under
know
Trump.
that,
Yeah, under Trump. That's right.
I never knew that.
me
Yep.
either.
And when you
They-
said it, I would have thought Reagan would have been the one that did that because he was all of the, wow.
aliens.
Yeah.
And the guy that wrote the march, each branch has like a song or whatever.
Uh-huh.
From Nashville.
Oh, get out.
He is.
Yeah, well,
So
see, I don't know
that's-
nothing about it other than that's what it is. So I
So on
haven't.
NPR, they had a big thing about the person who, like the SpaceX, Space Force, whatever it's called. And they're
Right.
like, and there's a Nashville connection, and it's totally cheesy, but
But
yeah,
there is.
Yeah, so
I still
anyway,
remember the Air Force fight song.
Do you really?
Off we go to the wild blue
Blue
yonder,
yonder.
flying high into the sky.
Yeah.
we
I
we
remember the
used to,
Marine. I remember the Marine one. Those caissons keep marching along or rolling along.
Yeah.
Only because when I was a little girl, and I'm older than probably all of y'all are close. And I'm older than two of y'all. We sang military songs in school. That's what public school sang. You sang military, Kumbaya and caissons. I mean, what the hell that
Wow.
was? I have no idea.
come
You know, so
together before we kill each other.
exactly.
Yeah.
Why
Put
not,
your
right?
hand underneath your desk because they're going to bomb you off the face of the earth. That's my generation. Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's the only
Peace,
reason.
love, happiness.
Boom. That's pretty dang funny.
so anyway, last night Angela was up really late again. And
Yes.
so I woke back up around 3-4 o'clock, and I was thinking about what are we going to do for Christmas dinner, because we haven't talked about that, even if she's going to be here. And we don't, like you, Craig, we don't have a lot of specific traditions, and like we don't do a ham and a turkey and stuff like that. Angela's
Yeah.
stomach doesn't handle pork well, so we don't do that, but especially ham. But so, and turkey, that kind of stuff, you've already done all that, so we started doing things like for Christmas and New Year's, we started doing something totally different a while back.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do a steak, and sometimes we do, because her heart stays in Louisiana, I sort of keep thinking she's going to want to do gumbo this year. But I don't know.
I love that.
We do something like that. We'll do shrimp, or we'll do steak, or we'll do whatever for both Christmas and New Year's. We do something different, just whatever we feel like.
Yeah, we is because we like to go out to eat, but he likes to go on the holiday. I hate to go on the holiday because it's packed and it sucks. So we'll go do on Valentine's Day, we'll go do Indian food or Chinese food, or we'll go do something completely different because the restaurants are still open and you still get really good food and service. And there's no packed restaurant, with stupid
Right.
kind of crap. So that part's nice. I do like that. I like it's non-traditional, and it doesn't really matter because you're with your family who you love. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. And being with the right people is everything.
And we used to do like you did too, Bree, like we'd go here and there and join different families and things like that. I mean, a friend of mine, I remember we jumped in the car to PJ's and took off and went over there for Christmas morning.
My pajamas. My mother-in-law's appalled. She's like, what, why would you do that? And I'm like, because it's jammy Christmas and I'm going to go up in my jammies. And she's like, what if something happens? And I'm like, I'll have on clean underwear. It's okay.
Without holes in them.
Exactly.
Clean.
I'm like, it will be okay. It really will be. I'm wearing jammies.
And that was before people started running around all the time in their jammies,
Yeah.
It became a thing for college kids. And me
Wow.
too, when it was about 10, 15 years ago, maybe 20, whatever it was. But then my husband informed me that it was no longer a hip thing to do and I couldn't do it anymore. So I don't. Thanks, Craig. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, y'all, we're not going to meet at all next week. We'll pick up again on, I think it's the 3rd, the Tuesday after everything. I want to tell you how I'm really glad that you guys that you're here. I'm so glad to be a little part of your lives. And I'm really looking forward to an amazing 2023. I really am. I hope that this week for you all is filled with peace and rejuvenation and really simple pleasures. Like pay attention and notice the little tiny things because they're definitely there. You just have to pay attention. But if your eyes are open and your ears are open, I guarantee you will see some really amazing things this week. I do. I promise you that will happen. And my hope and wish and blessings is that and that your 2023s are absolutely amazing. And I know they will be because you guys are amazing.
And so are you.
And
Yes.
we wish you all that same stuff too. We really do.
Yep.
Thank you.
Back at you,
very-
Gina.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you all.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I'm not doing outbound calls next week, but I'll take all the inbound calls anyone wants to do. And I have zero, and that's my rule this year that I made for myself going into the holidays. I'm like, no outbound calls. Inbound calls, totally cool. That's fine. I'll answer the phone all day
Yeah.
long. And maybe I'll
was-
just answer the phone. 'Cause a lot of times- I mean, if
I
I
wonder
see-
how many, people you can put on a 3-way call.
I
I
wanted to
don't
do
know.
that. I want to try. Here's what I would like to try, because I know I can do 2 on my iPhone, but I want to know if I do 2, I need to test this out with my husband and some other people. And he does 2, and they do 2. Can we do that? Will it work? I don't know.
And Facebook, FaceTime, you can do multiple people.
You can do
Right.
multiple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to tell you guys a funny that I thought was hilarious. So, my granddaughter, when I left her 5 days ago, 4 days ago, whatever, I told him like 5 sleeps till Christmas. 5 sleeps. Can you count to 5? She can count to 5. I said, so tomorrow when you wake up, after you go to bed tonight, 4 sleeps every day, put down a finger. That's how many sleeps. And then Christmas, we'll spend Christmas together. So the very next day she got up and she was like, is it Christmas? And her mom's like, we just talked about 5 more sleeps. So, and then every day I send a text that's all caps. It's like, so yesterday I sent 3 more sleeps, right? And then my daughter sent back, whoop, she goes, about 3 times today, Ophelia has shown me on her fingers and informed me that tomorrow will be 2 more sleeps. And then after that, it'll be 1 more sleep. And did you know what, Mom? After that, it's going to be Christmas. Was she bellows out in a death rocker voice. And I'm like, that's
Yeah, that's cool.
A friend of mine started doing this, like today's the eve before the eve of Christmas.
It's
So
Christmas.
we got the eve before the eve before the, like that.
Right.
And how many ever
Yep.
days. And,
Yep, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's just Eve. So
yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna I gotta make me, oh, yes, Craig.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you said you only answering outbound calls. So I had said that I was gonna work throughout, but yesterday I didn't get to enjoy my birthday because I was working all day, and then we went to dinner real quick before we picked up my mother-in-law from the airport, and then we came back home. By the time we got home, it was like 10:30 last night. So I didn't stop running all day yesterday. So I made up my mind. That's it. I'm only answering calls from my clients. Like you said, inbound calls, somebody calls, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yes.
I think
Flipping feet up. Okay, sorry, I'm playing with my stamps and I'm like, where the hell did they go? Feet up, chill out.
Yeah.
cook a
Johnny
lot of stuff
your
because he likes to.
coffee. Yeah, all that good
Yeah.
stuff. Literally right
Yeah,
before
I'm
the
going-
I'm like, is the eggnog open yet? And Greg's like, no. I'm like, okay, I'll wait.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm going to the liquor store. I'm getting me some Johnny Walker Black, some
Mhm.
eggnog, and a Coke, and
Yeah,
I'm drinking that
Craig,
this weekend.
yeah. Try orange soda too, because I'm telling you,
Yeah,
orange soda
I
and Bud Light are
will.
really done for. I don't know how it would mix. I don't know what I would mix with that. My
But I would
husband
just
doesn't
drink
know.
the orange soda and the eggnog, and I know my son would love it too.
the
It's-
you cook, Craig, make a homemade
Mhm.
eggnog. It is awesome. It's so much better than the grocery store. And
The
it's
home,
really,
once you've had the
really-
homemade eggnog,
Yeah,
like I bought some store-bought the other day and it was just like not right.
Mm-mm.
Hey, hang on,
And
hang
I
on.
don't cook. Like, and for me to make it, like
It is
it's
so easy and
It's
very,
super
very
easy.
good.
So way back
And
when eggnog was not cooked, it
It's
was
still
like
not.
this
It's
is
still
still
not-
not the liquor in the eggnog.
oh, it's liquor eggnog.
Well, you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
like,
to. You don't have
put
to,
the-
but
You put the bourbon in there and it kind of helps the whole bacteria thing.
Uh-huh.
ah,
it's so good.
okay.
I do love, okay, bourbon is definitely my drug of choice. Well, it's one of my, coffee is my other drug of choice. But
I'm not
listen-
experienced enough to know which one's mine. I could just
I
go
don't
for
even-
rum because it's easy.
Yeah, and I don't even eat eggs, but I love eggnog.
Well, if you make some from scratch, you will never want to have the other again.
I think I might do that.
I feel
Yeah.
that way about Kahlua and Bailey's, which you can both make from scratch. And when you have the real stuff, you're like, although I have a bottle of, by my coffee bar is a bottle of Kahlua and a bottle of Bailey's. There's also peanut butter shots, but I tried yesterday and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. But anyway,
I did try those butter shots things and they are really good.
I do love butter shots. Yeah, this is a peanut butter. It's called Screwball. And
Yeah.
if you mix it with Chambord, it makes a peanut butter jelly shot, which is very, very good.
Huh.
Well, yeah, when we throw parties, we have like 3 or 4 different drink stations with the ingredients for that drink and then the recipe right there. And then you can make whichever one you like best or whatever it is you want. It doesn't matter. But we have enough alcohol. We could do a full on, you can have anything you want. When we threw Greg's 40th birthday party, which was 13 years ago, we had a big, huge island with the raised part. And so we had all the alcohol on the raised part and then all the mixture on the bottom
Oh.
part. And when everybody would come over, we're like, okay, food's over there, alcohol's over there. And we had, I think, 300 people in our house, which was only 1,900 square feet, a brand new house.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like a flipping rock concert and there was no music playing. It was so loud. I mean, there were in the bathroom and 30 people in the bedroom. And I mean, they were just everywhere in this house. Anyway, but everybody would walk in and we'd point them towards, alcohol's over there. And you'd see them standing there, red Solo cup with a pen. And then they were looking and you could see this overwhelm. And then all of a sudden you could see it click like, I can make any drink I ever wanted in my entire life. I was like, yes, you can. Because we have every single thing you would ever want in your entire life. The only pain about that party was that everybody left this much alcohol in every single bottle. And I'm like, could y'all not
Yeah.
fit something? Don't leave me with this much in every bottle.
So you have to finish them all off and start over.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And when I first met Greg, because he saw I had all this alcohol on top of at that time, on top of my fridge, so I was a single girl. And he goes, I think we need to talk. And I'm like, why? And he goes, I think you might have a drinking problem. And I'm like, I only drink when I'm out. Like that just sits there. You know what I mean? It just sits there all the time.
Yeah.
And now that we're together and he's like, it just sits there all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's just what it does. We have a drink once in a while, but we have everything in the man. So anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Have a wonderful holiday, Christmas, whatever. And
Yeah.
if nothing else, peace and quiet,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
restoration.
Yep. Restoration, rejuvenation, relaxation, family, all the things that are truly important in life are invisible. So go experience those things.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit
Yeah.
outside though. It's going to be too frippin' cold.
Not even me. It's like 55 or 60. I don't know what it is out there. Yesterday it was freezing. It was 73 outside. I'm like, I know, shut up. All right, y'all. Have an amazing time. I will see you on the other side.
All right.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.